$10,000 slipped through their fingers. Tonight, they're back to redeem themselves.
This time, I'm going to win.
Their mission, save face and finally become a Chopped champion.
It's a risk, but I'm gonna go for it.
Who will win?
I'm competing for my pride.
And who will hear those devastating words again?
You have been chopped. Welcome back, chefs. As you recall, there are 3 rounds: appetizer, entree, and dessert. Each comes with its own basket of mystery ingredients. You must use every ingredient in some way. Also available to you are pantry and fridge. When the clock runs out, our judges will critique your dish on presentation, taste, and also creativity. If your dish doesn't cut it, you will be chopped again. Please open your baskets. For the appetizer course, we have rump roast, rainbow chard, and vegetable yeast spread. Exactly 20 minutes on the clock, and time starts now.
Did anybody see any tomatoes anywhere?
Nope.
Okay. Straight away, I'm thinking the only way to make rump roast in 20 minutes is turn into ground beef really quickly. So I'm going to make a slider.
I'm calm, cool, and collected. I'm looking at this rump roast. We're just gonna go with the beef tartare. I can just put in ketchup, hot sauce, cilantro, chive, and parsley. It's gonna be nice.
Rump roast is a tough cut of meat, so I'm gonna pound it out. And I'm gonna make a braciole. It's an Italian-American rolled meat dish, and something that I ate as a little boy. This is now being inspired by my father being here with me today.
I'd like to stand out completely against my competition, so I'm taking a dangerous approach. I season this beef with a lot of cumin, garlic powder, and we're going to sear one side and leave the other side raw. This approach, I believe, is more renegade than what my competition is doing.
I get the blender going, throw in this huge dollop of yeast spread.
Oh, too much.
No.
Matthew, man, I don't even know what's going on with this guy. To tenderize the meat, he's pounding it. It's just constant pounding. It's like I have a headache. I want to kick him in the shins.
The meat's tender, so I'm feeling good. This yeast spread, I spread it on the meat and I roll it. Toss it in some breadcrumbs. I have a pan going, braciole go right in. I'm a little nervous that my shakes may come back. I grab myself a shot of tequila to calm the nerves. Cheers, everybody.
All right, chefs, to redeem yourselves, these dishes had better be good. 10, 9.
There's just not enough time, so I'm rushing around, trying to get everything on the plate properly.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step away. Chef Matthew.
This is a pan-fried beef braciole with some sautéed rainbow chard. This is an inspiration drawn from my Italian heritage.
Next, Chef Dominic.
I made a beef tartare and braised rainbow char.
Chef Lola.
Today I went with a slider. I mixed in some of the veggie paste into the actual meat.
And finally, Chef Paul.
I prepared a pan-seared beef top round in a stereo format and stereo sauces with that as well.
So, whose dish is on the chopping block?
Dude.
Right.
Chef Paul, once again, you have been chopped.
Chef Paul, we appreciate the artistry that you brought to the dish today. Unfortunately, the rainbow chard, you put way too much vinegar in it, and then the meat was extremely tough.
Chef Lola, Chef Dominic, Chef Matthew, you dodged a bullet with the appetizer round and made it to the entree course. Please open your baskets. And the mandatory ingredients are branzino, roasted piquillo peppers, jicama, and chocolate sandwich cookies. You'll have 30 minutes on the clock this time, and it starts now.
I'm gonna make a chocolate-crusted branzino. I first take my knife, boom, fillet it. Then I take just the chocolate part of the cookie and grind that up. mix that with the flour to give it a nice crust on the outside.
I leave the fish as the very last thing I need to do because I didn't know what to do with the jicama. I'd never used it before, so I taste it, and it's quite sweet, so I figured put the jicama into a mash with some potatoes.
As I'm cleaning it up, I think I'm gonna just take the chocolate sandwich cookies and crust them up and crust one side of the fish with it. I'm trying to be as calm as a cucumber, but it's just really hard when all I can hear is, "Oh, hello, everybody, it's me, Lola, and I'm the very giddy little English girl."
OK, tell me you've got a spud masher in this joint. Come on. Spud masher, anyone?
Spud masher.
Say it, masher.
Spud masher. Oh, okay. No, I don't think so.
So we're not having mash anymore, we're having crushed. I kind of changed it slightly into a bubble and squeak, which in England is traditionally made from the leftover meats and vegetables of a Sunday roast dinner.
All right, chefs, make every second count.
I look over at Matthew's station, and Matthew's dish was just like a replica of mine.
And 10, 9,
Right now, I'm freaking out, but I'm gonna try to keep it inside.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step away. Chef Dominic.
Okay, I made a chocolate sandwich dusted bronzini with a citrus jicama relish and a smoked piquillo coulis.
Next up, Chef Lola.
Hello. I did a chocolate cookie crusted branzino on a bacon and jicama bubble and squeak.
Chef Matthew.
You have a crisp pan roasted bronzino with a jicama roasty, jicama slaw, and piquillo pepper coulis.
Whose dish is on the chopping block?
What didn't work for us today was the fish. It was a bit under-seasoned, and the crust was kind of heavy and too much.
Please open your baskets. And for your dessert round, you must use vodka, crescent roll dough, sesame seeds, and blueberry jelly beans. 30 minutes on the clock this time, and time starts now.
I'm thinking incorporate a little bit of lemon in with the ricotta, shave some chocolate, and make a chocolate and ricotta croissant, and then top it with the sesame seeds.
Put the jelly beans inside of my spice grinder, thinking it's gonna turn into a powder. I look down at my spice grinder. It looks like an ashtray with the jelly bean cigarette butts and the ashes, and I don't know where I'm gonna go with all this.
Oh, now he's gonna strain it. Oh, this is interesting.
I'm dusting my jelly bean ashes, and it's actually really nice.
That's not a bad idea.
It's brilliant.
I'm feeling a little bit better about myself. Then I see these crescent rolls. First thing comes to my head is Danish. I'm gonna stuff the crescent roll with sweetened mascarpone and jelly beans. Pull out my Danishes. They're cooked perfect, but some of my cream came out. I'm not happy. It looks kind of like some Smurfs were crushed.
And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step away. Chef Matthew.
Today I made a ricotta and chocolate croissant with a blueberry caramel sauce, a citrus vodka cream, and candied sugar sticks.
Chef Dominic.
Hello, I made a blueberry jelly bean and mascarpone Danish with, say, vodka mint sauce.
Whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Dominic, once again, you've been chopped. Wow.
I don't think there's any question of your just true love of food. But we found there was a real lack of balance in your dishes through your meal. The brilliance of your rainbow chard was countered by the drizzling of that yeast, and your dessert fell short in terms of giving us that wow factor. And for those reasons, we chose to chop you.
Well, thank you for giving me another chance.
That means, Chef Matthew, that you are at last the chopped champion.
This is not only redemption for me, this is another breath of life for my father. He was pushing for me to do more, and I'm, sorry that he won't be able to see the show.
4 chefs, 3 courses, only one chance to win.
The combinations of ingredients, they're like a big band.
I'm sweating like an animal. I'm trying to make sure that I'm plating.
Like, let me pull your collarbone out.
Nothing happens. It's like literally a dead fish in a pan.
Here are the rules. There are 3 rounds: appetizer, entree, and dessert. Each course comes with its own basket of mystery ingredients. You must use every ingredient in the basket in some way. Also available to you are pantry and fridge. Each round is timed. When the clock runs out, our judges will critique your dish on presentation, taste, and also creativity. If your course doesn't cut it, you will not move on to the next round. You will be chopped. Chefs, please open your baskets. And your appetizers must include rainbow trout, Napa cabbage, smoked paprika, and white chocolate chips. Ouch. Exactly 20 minutes on the clock. Time starts now.
I want to make a saute of Napa cabbage with the smoked paprika and a white chocolate vinaigrette. I'm here to show everyone that I am a dynamite chef. I'm used to like high praise and, you know, a lot of compliments.
Immediately, I start to clean the fish because that's something that needs to be done. I have no idea what I'm gonna do, and I'm cleaning, and I still don't know what I'm gonna do. And then I decide, okay, smoked paprika is one of my ingredients. Throw that in some flour to season it and saute the fish.
I know that I'm going to use the smoked paprika on the trout, pan sear it, and I've made white chocolate sauce in savory dishes in my career. So let's get my sauce going, because anybody can make trout. Who's going to make white chocolate sauce with chipotle? I think it's important for me to do well today for my own personal pride. I'm a professional chef who's been doing it a long time.
I have absolutely no idea what I'm gonna do with this stuff. Time's ticking. I noticed cornmeal. Cornmeal. I figured somehow I was gonna make cornmeal with white chocolate. The sweetness with the corn, it's a winning combination. There's literally like 200 bones. I'm praying to God that no judge gets bones on their plate.
I'm a little worried about Charlene. I feel like she spent the entire time on her fish. I'm not sure she's gonna get to her other ingredients.
I'm highly concerned about being the guy that doesn't get his meal on the plate. I panic a little bit, just go with what I have, and I start plating it up.
Adam is plating.
Adam is plating?
Already.
I put my pan on the fire. I throw the fish in looking to hear like some sizzle, and nothing happens. It's like literally a dead fish in a pan. I made a fundamental error by not getting my pans hot enough, and life sucks.
3, 2, 1. Time's up. Chef Adam, your appetizer is up first.
I've made a panko crusted trout with a sweet and sour paprika, Napa cabbage, and a white chocolate vinaigrette.
Next, Chef Charlene.
I have a smoked paprika roasted trout with Napa cabbage and a white chocolate sauce.
Next, we have Chef Matt.
Today you have a pan-seared rainbow trout with a warm cabbage and bacon salad and a white chocolate corn puree.
Finally, Chef Rick.
Being from Woodstock, I made a dish called Misty Mountain Trout. We're in the mountains, full of rock and roll, and I decided to just do what I do best. Big flavors, big pieces. I want you to open your mouth really wide when you eat my food.
Whose dish is on the chopping block?
Well, Adam, it seemed like today your nervousness got in your way. You actually forgot some of the basics. The cabbage was over-vinegared, and I think the white chocolate just threw you for a loop. We had to chop you.
I agree. Thank you so much.
You're on to the entree. Please open your baskets. And the mandatory ingredients are quail, escarole, chocolate-covered raisins, and coconut. You will have 30 minutes this time. Clock starts now.
I see quails, and I immediately think of my signature dish, which is jerk chicken, coconut, with peas and rice and braised greens. The first thing I want to do is make my jerk dry rub, so I get allspice, cayenne, and nutmeg, cinnamon.
I'm gonna make a savory bread pudding. Let's get some shallots in there, let's get some sage. And then I was like, okay, I could put the chocolate-covered raisins because bread pudding could easily carry something that's sweet.
I'm planning on making some sort of char-grilled quail with a white bean and escarole ragu. I figured I'd go with a little simple orange zest, a little bit of orange juice, olive oil, salt, and pepper.
Come on, escarole. I add a little olive oil, plenty of salt and pepper because they're bitter, and a lid with some weight. In the Caribbean, they call that smothered greens.
I get the liquid out and then have the brilliant idea that maybe this might be good in an escarole ragu. So I throw half of the liquid into the ragu and half of the liquid into my sauce pot.
This thing. I'm like, let me pull your collarbone out. Just work with me here.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step away. Chef Charlene.
Well, I made roasted quail with a savory bread pudding. I also made a coconut sauce to go with that.
Next, we have Chef Matt.
Today you'll be eating a char-grilled quail, a coconut and orange gastrique with a white bean and escarole ragu.
Finally, Chef Rick.
I made jerk quail, coconut peas and rice, and some smothered greens. Nice Jamaican cookout dinner.
Whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Charlene, you have been chopped.
Charlene, if this were a competition based purely on innovation and creativity, I think you would have won. Unfortunately, an egregious technical error in undercooking your quail led us to the conclusion that we had to chop you.
You're staring down one remaining competitor as you both wonder what's inside the baskets for the dessert round. Please open them up. And you must use papaya, rice crackers, sake, and the cheese known as Ura Urguel. You will have 30 minutes. Time starts now.
I grab a whole bunch of sweetening ingredients. I figured I was gonna make some sort of papaya compote with some sort of sake sauce. I'm absolutely flying by the seat of my pants.
The combinations of ingredients, they're like a big band. Rice crackers are like, who's this guy in the band? Is this like a fiddle player? Is this Johnny Rotten coming to sing in a country band? I'm thinking grind them up, make a tart. And I know that I can make a good papaya curd with a little bit of orange and lime and lemon. That's my goal.
The cheese tastes a little bit like foot, so I figured, you know, this and the papaya, I'm in trouble because there's 2 feet flavored ingredients. So I throw the rice crackers in the food processor. I take my cheese and I grate that into the bowl with some melted butter. I'm thinking maybe the cheese would melt and bring the crumbs together and make something crispy.
I open the oven and the rice crackers are not setting as a crust. Not quite. Immediately, my brain goes into plan B, crumb topping, but I was disappointed.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step away. Chef Matt.
Today I made a papaya and apple compote with a rice cracker and cheese crumble and a sake berry jam reduction.
Next, Chef Rick.
I made a toasted papaya and raw milk cheese tart with a little papaya curd, sake and papaya coulis, and some mascarpone. And there's also rice cracker crumble.
So, whose dish is on the chopping block?
Brother.
Chef Matt, you have been chopped.
We just thought you were a spectacular cook. Today, we felt that a lot of that stuff was great, and it was there, but some of the focus wasn't apparent. Our dessert was sort of a warm fruit salad, and the first course with the peppers was just not very professional, even though there was some real nice innovation in the polenta. So for that reason, we had to chop you.
Thank you, chefs.
And that means, Chef Rick, that you are going home with $10,000. Four competitors think they have what it takes to be the chopped champion.
It's a great feeling to be up here with such strong women. But I just love to, like, be on top, and I, find myself there a lot.
Judges, this is actually the first time we've had 4 women chefs competing against each other.
I love it.
I love it, too. Women are still dramatically underrepresented in professional restaurant kitchens. There are probably 1 woman for every 10 men.
I'm absolutely nervous. My kabocha, it's still not completely cooked.
That's not cooked. That's not cooked, Molly.
There are 3 rounds: appetizer, entree, dessert. Each course comes with its own basket of mystery ingredients. You must use every ingredient in the basket in some way. If your dish doesn't cut it, you will be chopped. Chefs, please open your baskets. And the mystery ingredients are banana chips, rice paper, kabocha squash, and sardines. 20 minutes on the clock, and time starts now.
It's hard not to be intimidated because these girls have so much more experience than me. But I'm like a quiet roar. I want to puree my squash with some spices to make a Vietnamese-style summer roll. I'm trying to show that cooking's what I'm supposed to do. And this competition is really about putting myself up to an even bigger challenge and succeeding.
We're gonna be acknowledged as a real foodie town. First thing that I do is I get the kabocha squash going. I throw it in a pan with oil and cumin, and I'm just gonna rock it out.
So start cutting the squash, I gotta boil it down. I know I can make it sweet to do a compote. Imagine this over a salad. It's perfect.
Growing up in Vermont, I would always eat pumpkin seeds raw. I was thinking, take some raw seeds from the squash, put those in banana chips, celery leaves, red pepper for a little salad. So I'm trying to fold the summer rolls, and they're just falling apart, and time is going very quickly.
These summer rolls, I'm really just trying to get those tight, and then I'm making a balsamic reduction, which I think will really tie it together.
I look down and I see Jasmine doing summer rolls, and I was like, her experience is definitely limited.
And 10, 9.
Time's ticking down, and the summer rolls, they look like crap, and I'm totally disappointed with myself.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step away. Chef Joanne.
So I have presented a blend of sardines, olives, of a crouton, served with a coulis of squash and maple syrup.
Chef Jessica.
Chefs, this is my take on a summer roll, using more Mediterranean flavors.
Then we have Chef Jasmine.
Chefs, you have in front of you a fresh roll using kabocha squash, sardine, and a little banana crumble on top.
Finally, we have Chef Rebecca.
I've prepared for you a Caesar salad with roasted kabuchi squash, Asiago summer roll, and banana chip crouton.
So, whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Jessica, you've been chopped. Judges?
Jessica, while your dish was light and rather appealing, the flavors were lacking. It wasn't really a finished dish. I was the only person that actually got an appetizer portion. And for those reasons, we have to let you go today.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Bye, girls.
Chef Joanne, Chef Jasmine, Chef Rebecca, please open your baskets. And the mandatory ingredients are beef shoulder, baby artichokes, blood oranges, and cashew butter. You will have 30 minutes this time, and the clock starts now.
I'm going for the artichokes first because I want to steep them with a little bit of lemon, herbs, and olive oil so that they have good flavor.
I have in mind the warm salad with caramelized onions and baby artichokes.
I attack the baby artichokes right away because I know how to approach them. I put them in acidulated water bath with some lemon, because if you don't, they turn brown.
So I'm going over, okay, artichokes, done. Oranges, done. Cashew nuts, done. Meat, done. Okay. So I'm like, okay, break it down, plate it.
1 minute, chefs. Time now, chefs, only for final touches. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Chef Jasmine.
Chefs, what I've prepared for you is a Middle Eastern spiced beef shoulder with crispy artichokes, a fresh salad of arugula, and blood orange segments.
Next, Chef Rebecca.
I've prepared for you a pan-fried steak with potato hash, roasted artichokes with a peppercorn cashew butter.
Next, Chef Joanne.
You have beef tagliata with caramelized artichokes and onions, served with fresh blood orange and cashew chutney.
So, whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Jasmine, you have been chopped. Judges?
Jasmine, you did a great job here, but end of the day, your dish was too uneven. Uneven the way the meat was chopped, the way it was seasoned, but you should be very proud of yourself. You're cooking with some great ladies here, and you're going to do very well.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity to cook for you at all, and your comments meant a lot to me. So, thank you. It was great meeting both of you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Good luck.
It's Chef Rebecca versus Chef Joanne.
Dessert is all about quantities, exactitude. I'm a troublemaker. I don't like rules.
Heading into the dessert round, I still feel like I can bring it home. $10,000 is 30 minutes away.
Chefs, please open your baskets. Your desserts must include celery root, cinnamon candies, blackberries, and marshmallow spread. You will have 30 minutes to finish your desserts. Time starts now.
I am slicing it up and caramelizing it with butter, cinnamon, and sugar. And then I'm thinking apples. Apple and celery root go together really well.
I need something that's gonna smooth the celery roots out. So I wrap ricotta to have that mousse consistency. I believe that dessert has to be that perfect last bite, absolutely perfect. My marshmallow mix was gonna be served in the shot glass, and then I saw those Asian spoons. I'm thinking, okay. So I decided to put the marshmallow mix in the middle, my blackberry on top. I think I have a good shot at winning.
Just seconds remain on the clock, chefs. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step back. Chef Rebecca, what's for dessert?
I made a warm bread pudding with a celery root, apple caramel, blackberries, and mascarpone marshmallow topping.
Next, Chef Joanne.
I'm presenting you celery root with cinnamon candy and a puree of black raspberries as well.
So, whose dish is on the chopping block?
Okay.
Chef Joanne, you have been chopped.
Thanks.
Judges.
Chef Joanne, the fact that you survived the first round after leaving one of the ingredients off your dish entirely is a testament to your sheer ability as a cook. But in your entree course, your steak was unevenly cooked. And for the dessert, it was incredibly creative. But it really didn't come together cohesively as a dessert.
Thank you so much for your critiques. Thank you, chefs, very much.
And that means, Chef Rebecca, that you are the chopped champion and that you're going home with $10,000.
Yay! That's the awesome part.
4 competitors think they have what it takes to be the chopped champion.
Well, I see the beer and the poblanos, which I love, coming together because there's a spiciness, a heat, and then a dark sort of mystery sweet ingredient.
It's important that things are perfect. I'm gonna hear about this at work. Not a good day for that.
Abbey-style beer would be a terrific thing to say braised short ribs in. I don't know how you're going to use it with a fish like barramundi.
I'm stressed. It's throwing me off my center.
Where is Sung's fish?
I need to put the fish on, and I'm having too many thoughts about all the stuff that isn't gelling, but time is running out.
There are 3 rounds, appetizer, entree, and dessert. Each comes with its own basket of mystery ingredients. You must use every ingredient in the basket in some way. If your dish doesn't cut it, you will be chopped. Chefs, please open your baskets. And the mandatory ingredients for your appetizers are barramundi, apricot paste, poblanos, and Abbey-style beer. You'll have 20 minutes. Time starts now.
I don't normally run into apricot paste in fine dining kitchens. Yeah, you. I'm gonna make sauteed barramundi with a Abbey-style ale sauce and some sauteed potatoes and poblano peppers.
I haven't really worked with barramundi fish before, but I know it's in the bass family, so at least I have an idea of how it's gonna cook, and I do have poblano peppers, which I love to work with. I enjoy spicy foods, so I'm gonna go with a chipotle aioli.
The first thing I'm thinking is I'm gonna pan-sear this barramundi, poblano peppers, I'm gonna pair it up with another pepper and an onion. And now I have my salsa saute type thing. I have no real names for my food, dishes. I'm not that technical.
So I'm making a braised barramundi with some celery in the beer. Ooh. Braising is a much more helpful technique. Behind you. I'm here to show my philosophy about food, which is to be really centered and listen to the creative possibilities of food.
The barramundi fillets are going to be sauteed. So I've got a pan on the flame, a little bit of oil. I'd like to crisp the skin because crispy fish skin is a classic cooking technique.
Did you see Sung's fish?
She's training it with a...
With a pair of tongs, and the skin is coming out. And look, Bryce is having the same problem. Bryce put it in the pan, and it wasn't hot enough, and I think it's sticking.
Well, that's an amateur mistake on his level.
I know I can't serve the skin to the judges, so I would much rather just peel it off and serve a sauteed, skinless fillet of fish.
1 minute to go, chefs.
I'm just going by the seat of my pants. I just need to get it on the plate.
And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step away. Chef Janine.
Yes, I have a pan-seared barramundi and arugula and roasted poblano salad with a chipotle ale sauce. Thank you.
Next up, Chef Joe.
I did a cornmeal-crusted barramundi over a Abbey and apricot broth, topped with a warm poblano and black bean relish.
Next, Chef Sung.
Today I made for you a braised barramundi with poblano, pepper, apricot saute with celery.
Finally, Chef Bryce.
I prepared a sauteed barramundi with potatoes, poblanos, and apricot and Abbey ale sauce.
So, whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Sung, you've been chopped. Judges?
Chef Sung, you obviously have passion and love. Unfortunately, the fish was not cooked properly, so we cannot move you on.
Thank you.
Chef Sung, thank you for sharing your work with us. Chef Janine, Chef Joe, Chef Bryce, please open your baskets. And the mandatory ingredients for your entree course are bratwurst, scallops, plums, and red quinoa. You will have 30 minutes this time, and the clock starts now.
So my strategy is to cook with a little bit more soul. I'm trying to make a more satisfying dish this round. And adding pork with the red quinoa, I think, is really going to give it this sort of hearty, satisfying character.
I decided to make a curry-infused scallop with a bratwurst red quinoa.
The plums are a little bit tart, so I grabbed the sour cream to help balance that out. This is going to be a plum cream sauce. I'm hoping to really impress the judges. My heart's pounding. I'm nervous about making sure I have everything on the plate.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step back. Chef Joe, are you happy with your dish?
I am. I did a curry-infused scallop with a bratwurst quinoa with a plum gastrique.
Next, Chef Bryce.
What I have here for you guys today is seared scallop with red quinoa, bratwurst, and this is also a plum gastrique.
Next, Chef Janine.
What I did was a ginger-scented sea scallop, a red quinoa with the bratwurst, and a plum cream sauce.
So, whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Janine, you have been chopped.
Janine, I think we as a group felt you had some real flashes of brilliance today. However, there were some matters of execution as far as the scallops really being egregiously overcooked in your main course that led us to the conclusion that we had to chop you today.
Okay.
I can tell this is going to be a great matchup. Please open your baskets. And your desserts must include Israeli couscous, cherimoya, guanciale, and Irish whiskey. Important note, cherimoya seeds are poisonous when crushed. Please don't eat them or include them in your desserts. You'll have 30 minutes for this course. Time starts now.
Sometimes they call it a custard apple. I can infuse a base for a panna cotta. I need to get the cherimoya flavor into some cream. So I'll add some cream into a pan with a little bit of sugar, some of the whiskey, and the cherimoya.
Rice pudding popped into my mind because when I was younger, one of the things that really stuck with me is this little old lady who made this rice pudding. It was just absolutely amazing. And I decided to make an Israeli couscous pudding. I'm not really big on the food, you know, give me food.
And we're into some real finishing touches.
I think it's important in presentation to offer a lot of things for the eye to follow. I want it to make it look almost like an amusement park. You've got the midway, you've got a Ferris wheel.
I did a little apple mint salad because my plan is to put a little bit on top just to fool around with the consistency of the dish.
Remember, chefs, these desserts will be the last thing the judges get from you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step away. Chef Bryce.
What you have here is a caramelized guanciale with whiskey caramel sauce, Israeli couscous, and a cherimoya panna cotta.
Chef Joe.
For my dessert today, I prepared for you guys a simple Israeli couscous pudding.
Whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Bryce, you've been chopped.
Chef Bryce, we all felt that you're an amazing technical chef. It came down for us. There were some flaws in technique. So for that reason, you've been chopped.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Chef. Pleasure watching you work.
it. Definitely.
And that means, Chef Joe, that you are the chopped champion, and you're going home with 10 grand. Congratulations,
excellent,
sir.
Excellent, excellent.
Get ready for an extreme chopped showdown.
I gotta make it count.
16 returning champions.
Got behind you guys.
5 grueling battles.
Coming through hot.
Outstanding mystery ingredients. Only one chef left standing in the end.
This is very intense competition.
Who will take the tournament and the $50,000 prize? And who
I want to win this so bad.
will
This is a battle.
be
I'm a true champion.
chopped? know the rules from last time, chefs. 3 rounds, mandatory mystery ingredients. If your dish doesn't cut it, you will be chopped. But if you win, your prize will be securing a coveted spot in the grand finale competition, where you'll compete for $50,000. Please open your baskets. And your appetizers must include tomatillos, horned melon, wonton skins, and Rocky Mountain oysters. You have exactly 20 minutes on the clock. Time starts now.
I never heard of Rocky Mountain oysters, but who doesn't like oysters? I want to start with the tomatillos and make a little salsa. You know what, this might actually even be really good inside the wonton.
Rocky Mountain oysters are pretty sizable, so my compliments to the bowl. Thank you. Do not work with a lot of testicles in the pastry world. My first instinct is dredge them in the flour and fry them.
This preparation takes basically no time. I'm gonna fry them and just keep it really simple. That worked for me the last time I was here, so I'm just gonna stick with it.
I decided to draw on recollections of the South. My mother's actually from Birmingham, Alabama. I want to poach it in a bit of buttermilk and seasoned flour.
The testicles are searing up nicely, and the smell from the pan is fantastic. I know that sounds weird, but it smelled great. And the pan juices are just gonna really tie everything together.
I'm gonna come up with something different to do with the wonton wrappers. I'm thinking fry each one and make a Napoleon.
I need something to blend the flavors more together. So I just make a nice little apple salad.
1 minute to go, chefs.
I'm really pressing the clock at this point.
Is she planning? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step away. Chef McKenzie.
Today I prepared for you a Napoleon of Rocky Mountain oysters and tomatillo horned melon salsa.
Chef Madison.
We've got a play on a fried green tomato with the tomatillo, horned fruit pot sticker. And we also have like a buttermilk Rocky Mountain oyster.
Chef Jessica.
Today for you, I did a pan-fried Rocky Mountain oyster, wonton arugula salad, and spicy mayonnaise with the tomatillo and horned melon.
Finally, Chef Poppy.
I made a steamed tomatillo salsa wonton with a pan-seared Rocky Mountain oyster and a little bit of the pan drippings on top.
So, whose dish is on the chopping block?
Jessica, in this round, all the chefs did a really admirable job with a very difficult basket, yourself included. What it came down to for us is that there were 2 ingredients, specifically the tomatillo and the horned melon, that you sort of rendered obscure. So for that reason, we can't let you move on today.
Thank you.
Chef McKenzie, Chef Madison, Chef Poppy. On the long, tough road to the $50,000 prize, your next obstacle is this entree course. Please open your baskets. And the mandatory ingredients are dorade, baby beets, beef jerky, and coffee liqueur. You will have 30 minutes this time, and the clock starts now.
At the restaurant, 5 days a week at least, I'm cooking fish. At this point, I'm thinking pan-seared dorade with sauteed beet tops.
The dorade, I'm gonna coat it in cornmeal, cayenne, onion powder, and smoked paprika. And then pan-sear it. Today, I'm showing my daughter, no matter what you do, put your love in it and do your best.
I hate fish. As I'm hacking this fish off, I decide I'm gonna make a pan-seared dorade with braised beet green. So I just cut right down the middle and take that whole strip of pin bones right out and hope the portion size doesn't end up screwing me.
I saute the beets and beef jerky. Fold in the green tops, apple, red onion.
Want to braise the beet greens with the beef jerky. Key part of that is stock. It was right here last time. I can't find it, so I go with water. And with the rest of the beets, I'm just gonna shred them up and make a nice raw little beet salad.
Whoa, oh boy. And we got a boil over.
I see Madison's pot starting to explode with boiling water.
My bad. Cheers. Thank you.
He's lucky because his pot is boiling, whereas mine is not. This burner is just not hot. At this point, I'm concerned about getting the potatoes cooked in time.
Chefs, gotta get everything onto those plates.
Everything, hurry.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step away. Chef Madison.
What I decided to do is pan-seared dorade with baby beetroot, beef jerky, and a little coffee liqueur gastrique.
Chef Poppy.
I did a pan-seared dorade with braised beet greens featuring the beef jerky and a raw beet salad.
Chef McKenzie.
I have prepared a sautéed filet of dorade with a coffee cream, jerky, red bliss potatoes, and sautéed beet tops.
So, whose dish is on the chopping block?
Chef Mackenzie, it's clear that you're a great chef. And as they say, great chefs sometimes have bad days. Your decision to put undercooked potatoes on that plate is a reason why we're not moving you on today.
Please open your baskets. And you must use Yukon Gold potatoes, condensed milk, pomegranates, and peanut butter taffy. 30 minutes on the clock. Time starts now.
I took home the prize because I was the first person to ever use the ice cream machine on Chopped. I'm thinking ice cream again with the pomegranate. The strategy is get that juice out. Pomegranates are not sweet enough on their own, so I gotta get some sugar in there. My #1 priority is to get the pomegranate frozen by the time I gotta plate these dishes. Melted goo is not gonna get me a shot at 50 grand. That's loud.
My first thought when I see the potatoes is roasted and turned in burnt sugar. Everything I do, I try to personalize. And my wife being Danish, potatoes rolled in sugar. It's a traditional side dish at Christmas in Denmark. I'm gonna roll them in some caramelized sugar with a hint of rosemary and the nutmeg and the cinnamon on top. Job done.
Get out of there. So I pull out my gelato, and it's looking okay. Then I think maybe if I add some pink peppercorns into the gelato, it might really put it over the top. And they all dump in. But it sucked.
And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step away. Chef Poppy.
I made a pomegranate gelato with pink peppercorns, sweet fries, and a peanut butter mascarpone gravy.
Chef Madison.
Today we've got roasted potato turned in burnt sugar and pomegranate and rum custard over the top.
So, whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Poppy, you have been chopped.
Congrats, bro.
Poppy, it was an exciting day. It's always exciting to watch the Chopped champions cook. Unfortunately, the Rocky Mountain oysters were a little undercooked. The main course, your struggle with the fish was pretty apparent. And then, of course, the pink peppercorns kind of got you in the end.
It's been fun. It's been an honor and a pleasure.
And that means, Chef Madison, that you are once again the Chopped champion, and you win the coveted spot in the grand finale and a shot at $50,000. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Pick up my little girl, call my lady, and say, we're moving on.
What it's really about is your family. It's what it sounds like.
If I can, this is little thing she wrote for me. Everything I do, that's my heart, and she's my soldier.
Good luck to you in the next round.
Thank you.
16 returning champions.
Coming through hot.
5 grueling battles.
I'm willing to do whatever it takes.
Coming down, behind.
Only one chef left standing in the end.
This is very intense competition.
Who will take the tournament and the $50,000 prize? And who?
I want to win this so bad.
Will.
This is a battle.
Be.
I'm a true champion.
Chopped. A reminder of the rules, chefs. There are 3 rounds: appetizer, entree, and dessert. Each course in the meal comes with its own basket of mystery ingredients. If your dish doesn't cut it, you will be chopped. Please open your baskets. And for the appetizer course, we have dandelion greens, Greek yogurt, liverwurst, and catfish.
I can make a great appetizer out of almost anything. I'm gonna kick some serious champion tuchus.
You have exactly 20 minutes, and time starts now.
I like my competition. I think they're all talented, but catfish, if it's not cooked, it's gonna be rubbery. Dredge it with some cornmeal.
I have a son. He's the reason why I stay focused. I'm gonna cook my tail off to win that $50,000. I'm working on blackened catfish with pan-seared liverwurst with some Dijon mustard, a crostade, and some sauteed dandelions and red onion.
I'm doing all of this for my daughter, for her to see it's okay to take risks. It just hits me to just slice a pocket into the fish and just throw that liverwurst in there. There's only so much you can do with dandelion greens within 20 minutes. They are very bitter.
I'm hoping to put up a plate that's on a champion level. I can cook a catfish. I'm gonna make a breaded catfish with a liverwurst mousse and a brown butter mayonnaise. Excuse me.
Dandelions are the most tricky part about this basket. You don't cook them enough, they're tough, and if you overcook them, they're bitter.
5 minutes to go, chefs. But the last time Michael was here, he actually had trouble getting his fish cooked in his appetizer.
You do not want medium rare catfish.
I realized that my fish is not cooked through. I desperately throw the catfish back in the pan.
3.5 minutes left.
I quickly wilt the dandelion greens.
1 minute to go, chefs.
The last few seconds of the appetizer round, I'm just trying to make my plates look clean.
All right, chefs, 10, 9.
I take the catfish, toss the wilted dandelion on top.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step back. Chef Michael.
Today I made you guys breaded catfish with a liverwurst mousse on top of brown butter aioli.
Next up, Chef Panina.
Today I did a liverwurst stuffed catfish with spiced yogurt with sauteed dandelion greens.
Chef John.
Hi, I made a pan-fried catfish with chipotle yogurt and liverwurst, dandelion, and marjoram.
Chef Mark.
Today, I prepared for you guys liver and river. It's blackened catfish with just pan-seared liverwurst. I have a crostade on the bottom, sauteed with the dandelion and the red onion with the yogurt.
So, whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Michael.
The liverwurst sauce that you made, we didn't feel like it went with the rest of the dish, and you undercooked the fish quite a bit.
Competition is ramping up. Please open your baskets. And the mandatory ingredients for the entree round are ginger beer, pickled daikon, okra, and alligator tenderloin. You will have 30 minutes for this round. Time starts now.
I'm from Long Island. I have not come across a lot of alligator on Long Island, but I have cooked it. I'm working on a pan roast alligator, okra stuffing with ginger beer vinaigrette. I'm gonna show these Manhattan people just what Long Island people can do.
Alligator, huh? I'm not really familiar with it, so I went to go look for stuff to put in a marinade. And I saw the mirin, sesame oil, soy sauce, and some sweet chili. That's how I start formulating what I'm going to make.
Stew was the first thing on my mind because in my family, we cook okra stew a lot. Typically, a stew takes time, but I can break down the ingredients and cook each one separately.
Agar-agar is something that's derived from seaweed, and it's been used to make jellies in Asian cuisine for hundreds of years. Seeing that this is a championship competition, I think the judges are definitely going to be looking for a lot more from us. I'm going to use this as my secret weapon.
I'm chopping up the bacon, making some bacon bits. And that's when I taste my pickled daikon, thinking it was going to be very acidic, but it's kind of mild. It's just like, hey, throw me in the bacon.
See, Mark, I wouldn't do that.
I run over to the blast chiller to check my fluid gel, and it hasn't quite set. I'm concerned that if it doesn't work, I'm gonna have to start a new game plan.
1 minute to go.
I put a pile of rice on, a pile of alligator, like around the sauce, and then okra on top. I'm like, what am I doing? This looks like cafeteria food.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step away. Chef Panina.
I made a alligator, okra, and ginger beer stew.
Next, Chef John.
I made alligator stir fry with deep fried okra and ginger beer.
Finally, Chef Mark.
Today I prepared a pan roast alligator with okra stuffing with an arugula salad with ginger beer vinaigrette.
Whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef John.
And today's performance in the main course just didn't cut it for us. And the ginger gel, well, it didn't really gel with us.
I tried.
And for that reason, we can't move you on today.
Chef Panina, Chef Mark, please open your baskets. And you must use key lime juice, pepitas, halloumi cheese, and hot dog buns. You'll have exactly 30 minutes. Time starts now.
I'm not familiar with the halloumi cheese too much, so I taste it, and it's real salty. So I take the milk, the sugar, and I put the halloumi cheese in there, and I just let it begin to break down. A lot of my bravado is just, you know, me trying to black out the thoughts that race through every person's mind, whether it be a competition, whether it just be in life. Like, I can't do it, and you have to keep on telling yourself, yes, you can.
Last time I was here, I used the basket ingredients in a very unique way that was an example of my heritage, and that's exactly what I plan on doing today. I decided to make a French toast layered with seared halloumi cheese in a sauce of caramelized apples. I'm saying to myself, Mark can't know what halloumi is. You really need to know Mediterranean to know how to cook it.
I just love to watch both of these chefs work. They have unbelievable energy. Panina is so strategic and efficient and almost like a surgeon.
Cream is a foundation for any type of real dessert sauce, as far as like a mousse. I didn't have any, so I was like, I want to make a whipped cream just to give body to my sauce. But since there's so little cream in there, it's really not whipping. Yo, a loser.
It's a whisk war.
It looks as
Yeah,
though
it's a whisk competition.
Mark saw her whipping her cream by hand, and he decided to do the same.
My only concern is the whipped cream.
Panina plated very early, and some of her plating has sort of disappeared in the form of a canal. Cold cream on top of warm product.
Uh-oh.
You get soup.
I'm very proud of this dish. It certainly is who I am.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step away. Chef Mark.
I saw the hot dog buns, and it took me right back to when I was a kid. This is my take on an apple pie.
Chef Panina.
I have here a French toast layered with seared halloumi cheese. It's in a sauce of caramelized apples with pitas, key lime juice, and topped with cardamom-flavored chantilly cream.
So, whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Panina, you have been chopped. Judges.
Chef, if I can express to you how difficult and how incredibly close this competition was, we were forced to make a decision. I want you to know how much we appreciated your food and your cooking here today.
Thank you very much. It was a real honor to be here. I really appreciate it.
And that means, Chef Mark, that you are once again the chopped champion. Your prize, a coveted spot in the grand finale competition where you will compete for $50,000. This is the third competition in an unprecedented chopped event. Now, 4 new returning champions are here to duke it out for one of the 2 remaining slots.
Oh, my God. Sweetbreads.
A sweetbread is thymus and pancreatic glands.
I seen his episode. He didn't even finish his dessert, and they still gave him the win.
In my heart of hearts, don't feel like anybody here can beat me today because I'm coming 10 times more focused than I was last time.
Who will take the tournament and the $50,000 prize? And who?
I want to win this so bad.
Will be chopped. As you may recall, chefs, there are 3 rounds, mandatory mystery ingredients. Each round is timed. If your dish doesn't cut it, you will be chopped. But if you win, your prize will be a coveted spot in the grand finale competition, where you will compete for $50,000. Please open your baskets. And the mandatory ingredients for the appetizer round are dried persimmon, phyllo dough, pepper jack cheese, and sweetbreads. You'll have 20 minutes for this round. Time starts now.
I don't enjoy sweetbreads that much, but if done right, you can make them taste like fried chicken. I decided to make a cornmeal crusted sweetbread. Best chef, I think, is Joe. I seen his episode. He didn't even finish his dessert, and they still gave him the win.
Yeah. I'm not afraid of sweetbreads. I'd cooked them before. I decided to make a pan-seared sweetbread.
I feel great because I think I'm better chef. With sweetbreads, I put salt, pepper, and smoked paprika. I make a strudel stuffed with the persimmon, the sweetbreads. But you know, the problem is you cannot do perfect sweetbreads in 20 minutes.
The first thing I do is start to clean the sweetbreads. I'm going to make pan-seared sweetbreads with pepper jack cheese strudel. Today, the bar has been raised. I want to be the best of the best.
All right, chefs, who wants this more? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step away.
What is my time today?
Chef Michael, what do you have?
I made a pan-seared sweetbreads with a jack cheese strudel and a persimmon raspberry sauce.
Next, Chef Luisa.
Today, I make a strudel with sweetbread, persimmons, and jack cheese inside.
Chef Jason.
Today I prepared cornmeal crusted sweetbread and a little arugula salad with pepper jack cheese and some crispy phyllo dough.
Finally, Chef Joe.
I prepared a pan-roasted sweetbread over a persimmon paste with a little crispy phyllo.
Chefs, when I lift this cloche, one champion will be out of this competition. Chef Joe, you have been chopped.
Joe, I was here last time, and you did an amazing job. Unfortunately, this time, the sweetbread's not being cooked enough. It's what's sending you home today.
Just extremely disappointed in myself. Good luck to everybody here.
Chef Joe, thank you.
Thanks, Sid.
Cheers. Chef Michael, Chef Luisa, Chef Jason. With one competitor gone, this competition is only getting tougher. Please open your baskets. And the mandatory ingredients for your entree round are chicken breast, blue corn tortillas, Tuscan kale, and sea urchin.
Oh my God.
You'll have 30 minutes this time, and the clock starts now.
I opened the sea urchin. Kind of looked like an orange roe and a lobster tail. All right. So I scoop out the good part, and I make a sauce out of it. What I love about being a chef is the love that you put out on a dish. I put more heart into my dishes, and that's that one secret ingredient I have that they don't have.
Jason is a little bit nervous guy. I think I am more quiet and more calm. The chicken is easy. I make pan-seared chicken, and I make the sauce with the washing.
I know I'm gonna make blue corn tortilla crusted chicken.
Now I'm sweating bullets. I'm just trying to keep my composure. We're here to win.
1 minute left, chefs. This is it.
The heat was on, and I want that 50 grand.
Luisa appears to be painting sauce around the edges of her big bowls.
I finish early because don't have nothing so difficult in this basket.
All right, chefs, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step away. Chef Luisa, what's for dinner?
The dinner today is crispy tortilla and potatoes with the sauteed kale and chicken breast with the ocean and top.
Next, Chef Jason.
Today I prepared for you a blue corn crusted chicken breast over black kale with a sea urchin sauce and an apple and herb salad.
Finally, Chef Michael.
Here I prepared a blue corn dusted chicken breast, rustic Tuscan kale, and a chili sea urchin beurre blanc.
Chef Michael, Chef Louisa, Chef Jason. Whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Louisa,
Yes.
you've been chopped.
Chef Louisa, you've graced us and thrilled us with your presence here. You're a true champion. We mean that. However, the bar is very high now. The sea urchin sauce was sandy, and there just wasn't enough chicken on your plate.
Yes, I know this.
We're very
I agree.
sorry.
No, sorry. Mistake is mistake. I'm happy you have me again. It's a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you.
Lovely to see you again. Chef Michael, Chef Jason, this is your last chance to show the judges that there is only one true champion here today.
I'm shaking like a leaf because I'm always the underdog.
I'm gonna put all my years of experience into this dessert round and become a two-time champion.
Please open your baskets for the dessert round. You must use
Oh my God.
blueberries, bread and butter pickles, saffron, and fruit ring cereal.
I don't even know.
You'll have exactly 30 minutes. Time starts now.
Can I get some of these eggs?
Yep.
I don't have any recipes in my head for a cake batter, but I know how it should look and feel.
As a corporate executive chef, I oversee 5 restaurants. I think I deserve this. I'm the better chef. Sugar, flour, butter.
Of course I deserve to win this. I've been breaking my back out there. I'm really worthy of this 50 grand.
We were in the heat of battle.
10, 9.
We just kept going like in a triathlon.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's out. Please step away. Chef Jason.
Okay, I made a fruit ring sour cream cake with saffron blueberry sauce, topped with sweetened crunchy pickles.
Next, Chef Michael.
Today I made for you a fruit ring blueberry and saffron galette with blueberry compote and a salad of orange and pickles.
So, whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Michael, you've been chopped.
Michael, you're a fierce competitor. You brought your Iron Man here today. However, the first course, the 3 of our plates were really very uneven. In the entree round, you failed in the most critical matter of execution, which was giving us a properly seasoned breast of chicken. And in the dessert round, I think it was the pickles that we felt were really your undoing.
I appreciate those criticisms and totally will remember you guys in the back of my head. Thank you.
And that means, Chef Jason, that you are once again the chopped champion.
Thank you.
Your prize, a coveted spot in the grand finale competition where you will compete for $50,000. This is the 4th competition of an unprecedented chopped event. 3 sensational chefs have already claimed their place in the $50,000 grand finale. Now, 4 new outstanding returning champs face off for the very last spot.
The bar has been raised. This is a very intense competition. It's champion, 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 and I'm going to be the final man standing.
All right, chefs, the smoked kippers, they are cold smoked, but they need to be cooked.
Oh. Ted tells us that the fish is raw, but you know what? We eat raw fish all the time, and I'm gonna go for it.
You know the rules from last time, chefs. 3 rounds, mandatory mystery ingredients. If your dish doesn't cut it, you will be chopped. But if you win, your prize will be securing the very last spot in the grand finale competition, where you will compete for $50,000. Please open your baskets. And for the appetizer course, we have smoked kippers, water chestnuts, leeks, and lemon lime soda. Exactly 20 minutes on the clock. Time starts now.
Over. The bar has been raised. This is very intense competition. It's champion, 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 and I'm going to be the final man standing. Now, I want to make a great appetizer, so I'm pulling together a fish cake with a lemon lime soda, barbecue sauce, and a bleak and water chestnut salad.
The last time I was here, I was in a show with all women, and now I'm with all men. But I don't feel threatened at all. I decided to go with my roots right off the bat. My mom makes an amazing traditional Polish latke, just flour and eggs, usually a red onion, but I've decided to use the leeks instead.
There's the sesame oil. Last time I was on the show, I set the bar much higher for chefs.
Kind chef.
And every time that I make something, I want the judges to say, wow, I never would have thought about that. So I'm going to do soda tempura, water chestnut vinaigrette, and leek puree.
Get your back, chef. Last time I was here, I played it a little safe in the appetizer round. This time around, I'm gonna take some serious risks. So I'm like, bang, tartare, water chestnuts, lemon lime soda, gastrique, melted leeks.
My fish cakes. They're golden on one side, but they're rare. And I wait until I hear Ted say 10.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step away. Chef Mario, please tell the judges about your dish.
What I made for you guys today is tempura kippers with a leek puree and a water chestnut vinaigrette.
Next, we have Chef Rebecca.
Hi, chefs. Today I created for you a leek chestnut potato pancake served with a kipper sour cream and a lemon soda vinaigrette.
Next, we have Chef Christian.
Hey guys, today I prepared a Mediterranean-style kipper tartare with water chestnuts, lemon lime soda gastrique, and melted leeks.
And finally, Chef Rick.
I made a crunchy smoked kipper cake with a Vietnamese herb, apple, and leek salad, and a hot sweet and sour vinaigrette.
So, whose dish is on the chopping block?
It's all good.
Chef Christian, you have been chopped.
Christian, ultimately, we decided that your dish needed to be chopped, not because of your choice to not cook the fish, but instead because of your choice in how you dressed it. You took a very salty and oily fish and you added copious amounts of oil, salt, and you rendered it really inedible after a couple of bites. And for that reason, we have to let you go.
You'll be seeing me sometime soon. Don't worry about it.
Chef Mario, Chef Rebecca, Chef Rick, please open your baskets. And the mandatory ingredients are caper berries, parsley root, chocolate hazelnut spread, and elk tenderloin. You will have 30 minutes this time, and the clock starts now.
So I decide to do this, a dish that I've made in my restaurant many times. It's a venison with a red wine chocolate sauce, using the chocolate hazelnut spreads and the elk instead of the venison.
I totally had a plan as soon as I saw the ingredients. I knew I wanted to do a grain to mix it up a little bit. I cook risotto at Beehive probably a case a week, so I'm pretty comfortable cooking risotto.
When I saw the parsley root, I decided to use it in 3 applications. One as a puree, one as fried chips, and the other as a fresh parsley salad.
Because the plates are a little concave, the red wine sauce starts to run. And the artist in me doesn't want that to happen. So I quickly scoop out the mashed potatoes and kind of put them between the 2 sauces to keep them apart.
Just seconds remain on the clock, chefs.
When Ted called out, I looked up and I thought I was done. Then I was looking at the plate and I said, oh snap, where's the chocolate hazelnut sauce?
And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step away. Chef Rebecca, how did you put them all together?
Today, I did a hazelnut rubbed elk tenderloin served on top of a parsley root risotto with a caperberry pan jus.
Next up, Chef Rick.
I made a spice rubbed elk filet mignon with parsley root and russet mashed potatoes, and a very simple parsley, fried caper, and roasted pepper salad.
Finally, Chef Mario.
For the entree round, I prepared a pan-roasted elk loin with parsley root, 3 preparations, and a hazelnut bordelaise.
So, whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Rebecca, you've been chopped.
Rebecca, your main course, we really felt that the risotto, although it was quite a risk to do, it backfired on you. It wasn't seasoned enough, overcooked, so unfortunately we had to chop you.
Thanks so much for having me.
Chef Mario, Chef Rick, you've made it all the way to this critical dessert round. Let's find out what you can do when you see what's inside these baskets. Please open them up. And the mandatory ingredients are taco shells, Basque pears, crema, and red curry paste. Exactly 30 minutes on the clock. Time starts now.
I've never even made ice cream before. You know, championship round, this is risky. It's either gonna work or it's gonna fail miserably.
So I'm going to do like a mock taco. And I think the judges, when they see how whimsically I make it and how delicious it is, I'm gonna win this Chopped championship.
Something's burning. I guess those almonds didn't make it.
Oh, no. They run back from the refrigerators, and the pan that didn't get hot in the first round is so hot that it burned 3/4 of my almonds. Behind you. So suddenly, the last minute becomes, once again, a fire drill.
1 minute, chefs. Two Chopped champions fighting it out to the end. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step away. Chef Rick, does this dessert make sense as an ending to your meal?
Oh, yeah. We nicknamed this Ziggy Taco and the pear filling from Mars. So I filled the taco with a little bit of bitter chocolate, cooked the pears and the red curry with some honey, maple syrup.
And now we go to Chef Mario.
Alrighty, so here we have a tortilla-crusted pear with sherbet and a spicy red curry caramel.
So, whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Mario, you've been chopped.
Well, there it is.
You brought a real freshness, a real energy to the kitchen. But in the end, I think we felt that some of your dishes promised things that didn't wind up really being effectively present on the plate.
Okay.
For those reasons, we had to chop you.
I took risks, and I stick by that.
Great job, Chef.
Thanks.
And that means, Chef Rick, that you are, once again, the Chopped champion.
All right! Woo!
In this survival of the fittest tournament, only the astonishingly tough remain. Jason Zukas, Mark Anthony Bynum, Rick Orlando, and Madison Cowan. One of them is destined to become the first ever Chopped Grand Champion. Who's it gonna be?
I feel like I'm always the underdog.
I'm cooking for everybody who thinks that they can't make it.
I'm focused, I'm driven, I'm just a whirlwind of magic.
I'm full aware this is a battle, but I've been hustling and banging and competing and fighting all my life.
You know the rules, chefs. There are 3 rounds: appetizer, entree, and dessert. Mandatory mystery ingredients. If your dish doesn't cut it, you will not move on to the next round. You will be chopped. On the other hand, if you win, you're going to walk away with a king's ransom of $50,000 and a royally awesome sense of accomplishment. This is it, the grand finale fight. Please open your baskets. And for the appetizer course, we have gooey duck, Buddha's hand, black radishes, and waffle cones. Exactly 20 minutes on the clock. And time starts now.
All in all, it's a clam. You know, a clam is a clam is a clam. So I decided to make inside out clams with bacon. I love bacon. Sounds sexy.
You got this whole elephant trunk pot that's kind of tough. And I am not giving that to the judges. You know, I don't want them to be... So I used the sweet spot of the gooey duck. I'm gonna make a clam cake out of it.
I see Buddha's hand, and I say, okay, fine, citrus, grate it in. I've never really worked with gooey duck before, but it's a clam, so escabeche. Escabeche is like almost pickled fish, you know, with chilies and citrus juices and zest.
I'm gonna make a good old-fashioned Connecticut clam fry with black radish slaw. And a Buddha's hand infused dressing. By now, the judges know my food, and I set a high bar. I got it.
Look up, Madison's hands are shaking. I wouldn't think I would see that out of him.
I'm nervous. I am extremely nervous. The lime cheek, it looks good. It's a garnish. You know, I've used it before. The judges really liked it, but unfortunately, I don't have enough time.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step away. Chef Jason, some basket, huh?
Yeah, that was really tough. What I prepared for you today is a gooey duck, waffle cone fritter, and black radish salad with Buddha's hand zest.
Next up, Chef Mark.
Today I prepared for you guys inside out baked clams with the Buddha hand. I just sliced it real thin and sauteed it with the black radish.
Next, we have Chef Rick.
I made fried clams and slaw. The waffle cone is in the breading for the clams.
Finally, we have Chef Madison.
I'm offering today the gooey duck and Buddha's hand escabeche.
Whose dish is on the chopping block?
Wow.
Chef Mark, you've been chopped.
Chef Mark, the Buddha hand, although you cooked it very well, there was a lot on the plate, and we felt the bacon sort of overtook the clam.
All right. Thank you very much.
Chef Jason, Chef Rick, Chef Madison, please open your baskets. And the mandatory ingredients for the entree course are smelt, dried red currants, cheese curls, and rack of wild boar. 30 minutes this time, and the clock starts now.
With the wild boar chops, my first thought is Chinese fire spice and just incorporate the currants into our maple glaze.
I begin to put together a dish in my brain. A Great Lakes surf and turf. The wild boar and the smelts.
Madison and Rick, I have to beat them and beat them good. I'm making fennel and mustard scented rack of wild boar with a currant smelt remoulade.
And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step away. Chef Rick, was this a tough combination for you?
I made a sauce with Madeira and currants, and cheese curls are in the mac and cheese.
And next we have Chef Madison.
I prepared a maple and 5-spice glazed boar with a cheesy polenta.
Finally, Chef Jason.
I did a rack of wild boar over some smoked cheesy potatoes.
So, whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Rick, you've been chopped.
Rick, you know, we're all flying really close to the sun here, and today you just didn't make it. And we loved your macaroni and cheese, but it just wasn't enough. We're very sorry.
Chef Jason, Chef Madison, worried?
No.
Not at all.
Please open your baskets. You must use champagne, dragon fruit, tahini, and cake flour. In honor of the final round of this $50,000 competition, we're giving you a very generous 50 minutes to make your desserts. And time starts now.
So I decided to make chocolate cake with a hint of cayenne, fruit compote, and definitely want to make a butterscotch with the tahini. I'm not looking at what Jason's doing. I don't care.
I'm making a tahini ice cream cake with champagne ice cream. Here we go. Hey, this is 50 grand. You gotta go all the way.
I tell you, a canal's not the best thing to be making when you're trembling. It's really scary.
I'm having so much fun right now with some of the strawberry sauce I made, some whipped cream. When I find gold leaf, I'm putting it on the whipped cream. I'm just having a good time with it.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up.
Yes.
Finale's over.
Wow.
Chef Madison.
I presented a dark chocolate and tahini cake with a hint of cayenne, with a dragon fruit and champagne compote.
Chef Jason.
Hi, today I prepared for you a $50,000 tahini ice cream cake stuffed with dragon fruit.
One of you is about to find out that, against huge odds, you've accomplished something that no other chef here ever has. So, whose dish is on the chopping block?
Congratulations.
Well done, man. Well done.
Chef Jason, you have been chopped.
Jason, it's particularly hard for me to be the one to deliver this information to you because I've been here for all 3 of your battles. This is very emotional, I think, for all of us. Sorry. Fundamentally, there was a little bit of a lack of clarity in the use of the basket ingredients in some of your dishes that really kind of added up, which is why we decided to chop you today.
Well, I just want to, God. Besides, you guys being judges, you became friends to me and family. And I just want to thank you. And, excuse me. I'm gonna try my best to improve myself and my techniques. And just keep trying to be better. And just thank you. I love you all. Congratulations.
Head up, man. You're a proper chef, brother. You're a proper chef, man. Well done.
Thanks.
Hold your head up, man.
And that means, Chef Madison, that you have just become the first ever chopped grand champion and that you have won $50,000.
Thank you all. It's hard to celebrate, you know what I mean? Because some proper chefs were here today.
You just cooked a really terrific food.
Oh, thank you.
I want to know what your daughter's going to say.
Oh, what is she gonna say? What are you gonna, first she's gonna say, Daddy, did you win? And I'm gonna say, don't you wanna ask me if I did my best?
Murky hallways, mysterious ingredients, bloody chopping blocks, masked enforcers. It's Halloween, and 4 competitors are facing what could be one of the scariest challenges of their lives.
I've never cooked a lamb heart before. My heart sinks.
Malted milk balls, processed junk. What are you gonna do with it? I'm just putting them off to the side, and I'm gonna worry about that later.
I am losing my garlic, and sometimes my mind.
Well, this basket is like a trick-or-treat bag for a vampire with the sweet tooth.
Then one has to come up with a recipe that's Halloweenish.
Well, the pumpkin helps.
There are 3 rounds: appetizer, entree, dessert. Now, for this special competition, we're asking that your meals have a Halloween theme. Each course in the meal comes with its own basket of mystery ingredients. You must use every ingredient in the basket in some way. If your dish doesn't cut it, you will be chopped. So, if you dare, please open your baskets. And for the appetizer course, we have canned pumpkin, malted chocolate balls, pie crust, and lamb hearts. You will have exactly 20 minutes. And time starts now.
Gun.
I want to display the lamb heart in a whole fashion.
Then I see the canned pumpkin, and I immediately think pumpkin pie tart. I add shallots, thyme, maple syrup to the pumpkin puree, and I baste it onto the pie crust, and I pop it in the oven.
I know what goes good with lamb heart. Bacon, capers, mustard. That's gonna save me because I know I can cook some lamb heart.
I'm cooking and the dumpling diva takes over. I'm gonna make a dumpling out of this. My creativity comes through in the cooking because it's just a natural part of who I am.
This last Halloween, I got to dress up like a sexy, buxom nurse. I'm gonna try to make my food sexy, just like Halloween is. I'm making a braised lamb heart ragu with chocolate-spiced pumpkin puree.
Oh, pie pastry looking dark. Nothing smells more like failure than burnt pie pastry.
1 minute left, chefs.
Ted, wait a minute. Not ready yet. A little al dente dough.
The vibe in the kitchen is intense. We're just like, attack this, let's go at it, give it your best.
Oh my God.
Alrighty.
Friendly Halloween warning, if you don't finish these plates, it might haunt you forever. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step away. Chef Maria, please tell the judges what you've made.
I've made a little trick-or-treat dumpling with curried-flavored pumpkin and lamb hearts, and on the side, a little arugula salad with chopped malted balls.
And next, we have Chef Mike.
So what I did for you was a bacon-seared lamb with a brown butter and herb pumpkin puree and a little fresh apple on top.
Next, we have Chef Tess.
I had a pan-roasted lamb heart with a little pumpkin pie tart and fried chocolate.
And finally, we have Chef Michael.
I did a braised lamb heart with grilled pie crust and a spiced pumpkin puree.
So, whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Mike, you have been chopped.
Chef Mike, your pumpkin puree was probably the most delicious thing that we had here from any of the chefs. Unfortunately, you didn't use the malted milk balls whatsoever, and also the pie dough was burnt.
I understand completely. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Chef Mike, thank you.
Thank you very much, Ted.
Chef Maria, Chef Tess, Chef Michael, please open your baskets. And the mandatory ingredients are gummy teeth candy, flour tortillas, huit la coche, and black chicken. You'll have 30 minutes this time, and the clock starts now.
I know I'm going to sear it with some onions and herbs, just the classic way you cook chicken. Oh, that is gnarly.
I'm making pan-seared black chicken in a ginger broth. I'm making my broth from scratch, but I want to give the judges the whole animal.
I'll make a drunken purple chicken and the purple potatoes. Oh, I'm just so good on time now. I'm gonna really make this happen.
Maria's rolling her tortillas on the cutting board that she butchered the chicken, and she didn't flip the board or clean the board.
I'm
10,
scared.
9, 8,
I'm patting myself on the back.
6.
This is restaurant quality in 30 minutes.
4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step away. Chef Tess, did you find this combination of ingredients frightening?
Terrifying, actually. I pan-roasted the black chicken and the huit la coche, and there is a pink vampire gummy jus and tortilla crisp.
Next up, Chef Michael.
I prepared a roasted black chicken with pickled carrot noodles and a huit la coche creme.
Finally, Chef Maria.
Yes, this is the drunken chicken.
How did it get drunk?
It had quite a lot of brandy.
It did, okay. That'll do it.
Because it was a purple chicken, I thought it goes with the purple potatoes.
Whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Maria.
Yeah.
You have been chopped.
Maria, you have such incredible integrity and professionalism, as well as real fun and creativity. However, we could not overlook the fact that your tortilla could have been cross-contaminated.
Well, thank you for having me here. It was a great experience.
Thank you so much for sharing your work with us, Chef.
Thank you.
Great
Thank
having
you
you
very
here.
much.
Chef Tess, Chef Michael, you've made it to the All Hallows Eve Duel to the Death dessert round. Prepare to be terrified.
Okay.
Please open your baskets. And the mandatory ingredients are kumquats, cheddar pennies,
Oh my God.
dried chipotle chilies, and grasshoppers. You will have exactly 30 minutes for this course. Time starts now.
I'm making a pan perdue with citrus soup and a spiced chocolate chili sauce.
I decided to make chocolate smothered grasshoppers infused with chipotle. I'm taking some of your chocolate, Michael. I start melting chocolate in the double boiler. I start dicing the chipotle peppers. I feel really good about this.
I see these kumquats. I have sugar going already. Throw them in there. Let's make a caramel. Try to advance this flavor of this chili sauce.
1 minute left, chefs. We are almost at the very end of our Halloween feast.
Basket for basket, this has been one of the toughest days for competing chefs that I've ever seen.
Once I realized I wasn't going to have sorbet, I decided to go with kumquat soup. And I hid a couple of the grasshoppers in the soil.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step away.
Whoa.
Chef Michael, how'd you do?
It was difficult. In front of you, have a pan perdue with a chocolate chili sauce and citrus mascarpone.
Chef Tess.
I am really proud of this dish. What I have is cheddar chocolate soil, kumquat salad with basil, and chipotle grasshopper sauce.
So, whose dish is on the chopping block?
Thank you.
Chef Tess.
Yeah,
You've been chopped.
I understand. I get it.
Chef Tess, we felt that in your first course, you did such a great thing with your malted milk ball, but there was no harmony with the other elements on the dish. And when you finally showed us your creativity, it was lacking sweetness. So we had to chop you, but it was a pleasure having you here today.
Oh, it's a pleasure being here. Thank you so much.
And that means, Chef Michael, that you are the chopped champion. And you need to make room in your Halloween goodie bag for $10,000.
Sweet, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. It was a lot of fun. It wasn't easy.
You showed us a lot of techniques and a lot of different things, and we really saw and recognized how much work you were putting in.
Thank you.